What's up, guys? Papi Shulo here. This is a customer shoe, Nike SB Dunk Low Purple Lobster Concepts. We've got these red stains all over the shoe, and that's what we're going to be trying to get out. And I'm going to tell you, if my customers murdered somebody, it's none of my business. The police come over here and ask for the shoes for evidence. I say, you better give me a warrant. And then when they come with the warrant, I'm gonna read that slow like Money Mayweather until they just get tired and say forget it and leave. I always try a solution of OxyClean first in hot water. These are white laces though, and I happen to know that is their natural color, so if I can't get all that other stuff out, I will use bleach. I don't really love using bleach because it does kind of age the fabric a little bit, makes more fuzzies on it than I like once it's dry. This is the kind of service you get when you get a deep clean with me. Pick all that lint off. People that don't wear black socks when they wear their shoes, I really appreciate that. Because the black lint is the biggest pain in the ass to get out. I really don't want to hear if you're in the foam, you're in the zone, whatever. I just don't want to hear it. I watch that guy's videos, and some of the things he does is just really atrocious. Like, I think he's just trying to sell you that foam. There's a lot cheaper ways to get your shoes clean than to buy his product. And don't paint over suede like he does. Jesus. Now, typically, I detail the bottoms. I'm going to make a new video just showing you how I detail the bottoms. It's pretty wild when you think that the bottoms are clean. They look clean, but then when you do the detailing process, you see a ton of dirt come off of them. A ton of brownish water come off of them. So it really takes a lot more than just scrubbing them with soap. So I already tried the suede eraser on these red stains, and that did not work at all. So this is Angela's Easy Clean. No, this is not Angela's Easy Clean. This is Phoebing, I don't know how to pronounce them. Phoebing Suede Spot Cleaner. Any suede cleaner is going to dry pretty fast. That's sort of the point, because you don't really want to wet suede for too long. And you can see, I'm working this. You know, I'm working this. And I still see the red stain. So this is a little concoction I like to make that is baking soda and borax. Those are my two favorite cleaning ingredients because they're gentle on materials, all materials. And I probably put Castile soap in this as well. Castile soap has all those oils that brands like Rejuvenator have, but Rejuvenator is going to charge you like $1 million for their soap, when you can just get Walmart brand Castile soap that has coconut oil in it, that has jojoba oil in it, and it's going to be a lot cheaper. Don't fall for those big brands and their BS about what they can do. You don't need those big brands. Moist t-shirt. We had a little bit of wrinkling in the front of one of these, so I just wanted to take care of that real quick. There's red stains in here that just are not coming out. I tried pretty much every dry method that I could think of other than sandpaper and fire. It's still not able to get them out. I told the customer I gotta wet them. I gotta get these wet and see what I can do. So I don't love getting nubuck wet, but it's okay if you know how to dry it. But first I'm gonna have it sit in a paste. It's a little too liquidy. That's too liquidy. I'm not gonna add any more borax. I just put a touch of borax in. Still want it to stick, not just fall off. There we go. Put the rest of this in there. I don't need to waste it. This is Castile soap, which has all those natural oils in it, like coconut oil, jojoba oil, and all that other good stuff, and no detergents, or no degreasers, so it's not going to dry out leather. But I need something to pull out this leather, so I am going to put a little bit of dish soap in. And hot water. I want this to be pretty concentrated. I didn't put a lot of water in. Here we go. Oh man, I hate getting suede wet. But these red stains just will not come out otherwise. See how the foam is a little bit pink? That is still a good sign that red stain, white foam make pink. So I hope that's what that means. Alright, by doing that I got purple and pink all over the tongue and the sock liner. But that's fine. It's gonna come up real easy. See that purple? What purple? I don't see no purple.
Still red. We're still freaking red. I felt pretty good too about it. So now I'm gonna bring this nap up as carefully as I can and decide if we can try sandpaper or just re-dye. Looking good. Gonna do a re-dye. Taping up for a re-dye.
So having invested in a Cricut machine has made so many more things possible. So much stenciling that I could do based off of pictures that I take from my phone that are exact. And it's really opened the door wide for all kinds of possibilities when restoring shoes. Now, I don't know if using an airbrush is the conventional way to use suede dye. What I do know is that suede dye is alcohol-based, and that's because it needs to dry quick. And an airbrush also dries the medium that you're using quickly as well. So I actually think because of that, it's a good idea. You're wetting the shoe as little as possible. So if you notice on the shoe, if you know what the lobster dunks are supposed to look like, the dye covered up pretty much all of those speckles. It's just basically a purple shoe now. So my bright idea was to use this daughter tool, some glossy finish, some black suede dye, and isopropyl alcohol. When I stirred up this little concoction here, it really just clumped up that glossy finish that I put in there. So I took it all out. I was dotting it first, but now you see me flicking. I feel like the flicking had a better result. This is the B-roll that I do when I finish a job. And even though I got the material really buttery, the customer reminded me how many spots there really are on a pair of lobster dunks. So my job wasn't done. So I'm tossing the shoe around all happy like I think I'm done, but you ain't done, bro. Get back to work. So I thought, okay, let me find a picture on the internet of a lobster dunk that has a good contrast.
Holy shit.
And that was the one. The red lobster dunk had the best contrast. I could see those spots. So I brought that into a few programs and eventually onto the Cricut and decided to cut a stencil based on an exact copy of a pair of red lobsters. So I took the shoe out of the shipping box. I was about to ship it to the customer because my work wasn't done. So back to the drawing board here. Really, what takes the longest is the taping process. It really takes a long time, but you have to take your time with it. You have to do it right because it's very important that you do not get whatever medium you're trying to use on the wrong parts of the shoe. So I made one stencil, but I cut it into 3 parts. That's the heel cup that I'm working on right now. It's difficult to see the spots in there, but if you look real close. And I kept it simple, just black suede dye here over the stencil. There is a slight shiny finish on the factory speckles, so I decided to grab some high gloss 4-coat, some textile medium, and some too thin so I can put it in my airbrush and just spray it right over the suede dye. My first thought as I was peeling this back was, it looks great, but it also looks really dark. So I need to find a way to fade this a little bit. So I decided to use some 600 grit sandpaper, but using the sandpaper, I'm removing the dye, so I have to re-dye them again. I noticed I got a little bit of spray over on the white part of the swoosh, but it's really not a big deal because of that glossy finish on there. It's very easy to come off, so don't sweat it too much. Just doing the finishing touches here, and even though the shoe came out darker than I wanted, I just could not get that red stain out. Let's remember that red stain. Let's remember how faded it looked. Let's remember all the methods I used to try to get that red stain out. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the results.